5 rifles under $500 each. One of them has already been discontinued. The other 4 are still in production, for now. And the people who already own them are not selling. One of these rifles was pulled from production in 2022. What's left in gun stores right now is all that will ever exist, and almost nobody bought one while they had the chance. The Savage Axis II, the rifle the industry needed you to overlook. In 2011, Savage released the Axis to compete at the bottom of the bolt-action market. It sold by the truckload and got savaged in nearly every review for one reason: the trigger, mushy, inconsistent, the kind of trigger that makes a precision rifle feel like a toy. Savage fixed it in 2013 by dropping in the AccuTrigger, the same system used on the Model 110, a rifle that sells for over $1,000. They didn't raise the price to match. The Axis II still retails around $350, and it carries a factory sub-MOA guarantee in writing. The same commitment Tikka and Bergara charge $850 to $1,000 for. Here's what most owners don't know. Savage has been quietly tightening tolerances across the Axis platform for over a decade, and early production runs with the original stock geometry are already trading hands among Savage collectors for more than their original retail price, because the early run had a slightly heavier barrel contour that later cost-cutting removed. Most owners have no idea their $350 rifle from 2014 isn't the same rifle Savage sells today. The Axis II isn't the rarest rifle on this list. It's not even close. But the next rifle is the one gunsmiths have started quietly buying up, because they know something most owners don't. The Ruger American. The rifle gunsmiths are quietly stockpiling. Walk into any gunsmith shop in rural America and ask what they personally own. Not what they recommend to customers, what they reach for. The Ruger American comes up with a frequency that should worry anyone who hasn't bought one yet. The power bedding system, an aluminum chassis insert that locks the action into the stock with the same rigidity gunsmiths charge $150 to $200 to install by hand, comes standard. The rotary magazine, inherited from Ruger's 77 series, is a design Ruger has used on rifles that now command serious collector premiums. The Tang safety is genuinely ambidextrous. None of this is accidental engineering at a budget price point. It's Ruger building in features that normally signal a rifle is moving upmarket. And here's the part that should make you move faster. Ruger has discontinued and reintroduced specific American configurations multiple times since 2012 as calibers fall in and out of favor. The .350 Legend variant, introduced for straight wall cartridge states, has already seen production gaps. Once a specific configuration goes, it doesn't reliably come back. Buyers who waited for the early Predator and Ranch configurations are now paying used market premiums for rifles that sat on shelves at $400 2 years ago. The Ruger American is a rifle gunsmiths already understand the value of. The next rifle on this list is the one almost no American shooter has even heard of. And that's exactly why it won't stay this cheap. The Mossberg Patriot, the dangerous game rifle nobody saw coming. Mossberg has built shotguns since 1919. When they introduced the Patriot bolt-action rifle in 2015, the gun press treated it like a shotgun company playing out of position. That dismissal is the only reason this rifle still sells for under $500. Patriot's bolt is spiral-fluted, a feature that typically appears on rifles at the $700 to $1,000 price point, the kind Browning markets prominently on the X-Bolt. The lightning bolt action trigger is adjustable for both pull weight and over travel without tools, the kind of adjustment that costs $150 as an aftermarket trigger job on other platforms. But here's the detail almost nobody talks about: the Patriot chambers in .375 Ruger, a cartridge that delivers essentially the same stopping power as the legendary .375H and H Magnum. The round professional hunters have trusted against dangerous game in Africa for nearly a century. A production rifle, chambered for genuine dangerous game performance, for under $500. As more American hunters chase brown bear and elk tags in increasingly limited draw states, dangerous game-capable rifles at this price point are becoming harder to find. Several outlets have already reported intermittent availability on the .375 Ruger configuration specifically. The Patriot is already getting harder to find in .375 Ruger. The next rifle on this list isn't even sold by an American company, and almost no one in the US market knows it exists. The Howa 1500. The rifle America doesn't know it's missing. In Australia, the Howa 1500 is one of the top-selling centerfire rifles in the country. In Japan, where it's built, it's considered a professional-grade tool. In the United States, it's the rifle sitting with dust on the price tag. Because Howa has almost no American marketing presence, no sponsored hunters, no shelf space. The receiver is CN, machined from steel billet, not investment cast. The kind of construction normally reserved for custom-grade actions. The barrel is cold hammer forged, the same process Sako and Tikka use on rifles costing twice as much. Legacy Sports International packages most U.S. configurations in Hogue pillar-bedded stocks, a $100 to $150 upgrade on other platforms, bundled in standard. Here's why this matters right now. Import volumes on Japanese-manufactured firearms have tightened in recent years as currency shifts and shipping costs have squeezed margins on lower-priced imports. Distributors have quietly reduced the number of budget-tier Howa configurations brought into the U.S. market. The $499 price point you can find today is not guaranteed to exist in 2 years. Shooters who understand what this rifle actually is have already started buying multiples. One to shoot, one to keep sealed. The Howa 1500 is the most capable rifle on this list, and the one that fewest Americans have ever held. But the rifle at number 1 is already gone from production, and what's left in stores right now is the last of it. The Stevens 334, discontinued and disappearing fast. This is the rifle that should never have been allowed to disappear, and it already has. The Stevens 334 is Savage's budget sub-brand, resurrected in 2018 and built on the same core architecture as the Model 110, one of the most successful bolt-action platforms in American history. What Savage didn't cut corners on was the trigger. In independent testing, the 334's trigger has repeatedly outperformed triggers on rifles costing 2 and 3 times as much. Accuracy across multiple samples consistently lands between 1.0 and 1.8 MOA with factory ammunition. Every bit of precision a deer or elk hunter needs inside 300 yards. Professional guides in Alaska and the American West kept Stevens 334s as loaner rifles for clients who lost luggage or showed up underprepared. Not because it was the best rifle available, but because it survived abuse and didn't represent a financial disaster if something happened to it in the field. That's the highest functional endorsement a working tool can receive. Savage discontinued the Stevens 334 in 2022. No formal explanation was given. What exists in dealer inventory and on used racks right now is all that will ever exist. Savage is not bringing it back. Prices on used examples have already started climbing in collector and budget rifle communities that track this kind of thing, from $150 a year ago toward $200 and higher today as supply tightens. The window to own one at anything close to its original price is closing in real time. facing a resolution. 5 rifles. Combined retail when new, about $1,800, less than a single Browning X-Bolt Pro. One is already gone from production. The other 4 are subject to the same forces that ended it: shrinking import margins, shifting caliber demand, and a gun industry that has no incentive to keep selling rifles this good for this little. None of these rifles is the right choice for every shooter. If you compete at long range or hunt dangerous game professionally, there are better tools and you should buy them. But for the hunter who's been told a $350 rifle isn't good enough, and who hasn't noticed that one of these 5 is already extinct, the lesson isn't really about rifles. It's about how fast something can disappear while everyone assumes it'll always be there. The Stevens 334, the $259 rifle that Alaskan guides trusted with their clients' lives, is gone. What's left on shelves and in used racks right now is the last of it that will ever exist. The question isn't whether these rifles were ever good enough. They were. The question is how many of the other 4 on this list are going to follow the same path before most shooters even realize what they had. If you already own one of these 5, tell me which one in the comments, and whether you bought it before or after you knew what it actually was. And if you want to see which other discontinued and disappearing rifles are already trading above retail, that video is right here.